MS Office with specific emphasis on the MS Excel application. Okay, so as we have been asking you, we have actually jotted down some of the features of MS Office that we will be sharing. In fact, yesterday चेतन सर के साथ बैठ के हमने कुछ फीचर्स हमने जॉट डाउन किए हैं जो आपके साथ शेयर करेंगे चेतन सर. And what we can do is, so far as MS Word and MS PowerPoint is concerned, Chetan sir will just handle the queries that you have, and the more emphasis will be on the features of MS Excel. Okay, so welcome Chetan sir. Chetan sir has been faculty. This is second stint as EDP core faculty. In his first stint in RTI, he was there for 3 years, and this is the second stint. And he has been what you call part of the EDP setup maybe since the 1990s. So over 30 years he's been in the EDP setup. He has developed a lot of applications when he was in the AG A&D, and he's got in-depth knowledge of not only MS Office and its applications, but also on databases and all the other tools that we normally come across in the EDP setup. Okay, so with this brief introduction, I would request Chetan sir to kindly start the session.
Thank you, Sundar sir, for your valuable and very nice introduction. Uh, Having been in so many years in the industry doesn't mean that a person becomes expert, because everybody knows that nowadays the technology changes very fast, and the features are so that you cannot master all the features at the same time.
Yes,
So
sir.
what happens, this MS Word, Excel and PowerPoint, especially Excel, everybody has knowledge of Excel at one point in time or other, especially the divisional accountants and auditors will be always been using this, because they are dealing with the figures. Now what happens, all the features which you come across or the problem you come across, you solve it, but it's very vast. Even in Word, you can do so many things which we regularly don't do. But when the time comes and we wanted to do, there are some shortcut ways. If you know, it will save our time. And the presentation will be also very good if you know a little bit more than what you general people know. Now, as Sundar sir had told that there are only 3 lectures. You know that within 3 lectures, what you can do, we can just have a touch upon certain things which are very important to us, and instead of going through the details or say introductory level, we can start using it directly also, but just to have a glimpse for the persons who have not very much convenient with or conversant with the say look and feel, you all know, but certain things are there which you don't know that you have ever explored or have seen this. So I have just tried to get some data from the internet just for the introductory level, some screens. So those screens just we'll have a fast look. If you have any queries, you can stop me there, and then we'll actually start working on Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. In Excel, we'll be going in detail with the certain good features are there, and if time permits, we'll try to cover whichever number of features are possible for us, especially the functions. There are so many functions which are very useful, and you can use it in your day-to-day life, and it will save your time. Anybody wanted to say anything in the beginning? Anything is to be? Yes, anyone want to say something in the beginning? Or you have any discussion and you wanted to put the what is to be covered, then we can start that also.
Yes, participants, especially
Any
in Word and
input
PowerPoint, you can share your queries so that Chetan will be able to solve them. Okay.
Now what we'll do, we'll go through just you can say idea of how we'll be starting and how we'll be what are some basic things are there which we'll just look in few minutes, and then we'll go for certain features which are there in the Word, Excel and Word and PowerPoint, and after the lunch or maybe it permits, then we can just when we finish these 2 subjects, we'll go for Excel. Excel we are going in detail. Now, everybody of you must have used the Word and Excel at least. Excel you must have used.
Yes.
So in Word and Excel and PowerPoint, this is just part of the MS Office full package where it serves some different purposes. Word is for say writing some documents and modifying and formatting the documents. Uh, Different kinds of documents, and you can say handouts, letters and other things. So you have to format everything as per your requirement. There are so many features available to do all these things. In PowerPoint also, you are doing some presentation in a short, in a brief. It is not a full documentation. It is just a presentation of your work as we are doing now. Whatever we'll be doing, say we can use PowerPoint presentation slides, and those slides will cover certain topics which will be elaborated during the presentation. And finally, Excel. Excel is the final part where if you know more and more features about all the features which are required for you, then your work will be very easy, and it deals with so many things. Actually, some people who are very conversant with the Excel, MS Excel, they sometimes don't want to use any other package, like even including say our office is using IDEA. So they do so many things which is available in the IDEA in Excel because they are very much conversant or they are very much comfortable with the Excel by using so many features over a period of time. So it depends on your choice, but if you use Excel, you can do anything which you want in a kind of database. For our purpose, we have jot down certain functions in Excel. We will be covering after lunch. Now, the first part of the just a moment. Are you able to see my screen? Yes,
Yes, sir.
I shared my screen.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Visible.
Okay, okay. Now, uh, everybody knows now what is this. This is a screen of Word. Everyone who will be using Word will be getting this already open document. It is there. So when you start, there are so many options available here, and we'll be looking into certain options which time permits as per our requirement. And if you have any query, you can ask me. I'll just try to cover it. We'll not go very much into advance if because the time limit is there. So still any practical problem is there, you can ask. If I think that it is to be or it can be covered here, then I will cover immediately. Otherwise, I'll just take it one by one, and personally I will just solve it after the all three lectures are over for some time. Now, you know that here, when you start a Word, this window opens and the name of the document which you already saved as it is there, sample MS Word docx. Docx is the extension for latest Word files. Previously it was doc only, and currently it is docx. When you open a new document directly, you are having some options which I would like to show you. Some of you might have used it, or some of you may not be aware about it. But whenever you open a new document without saving, it gives the number of, by default it named as document 1, document 2, like this. Now, when you go to the file, there are some options available: new, open, save as, print, share, export, close. All these things are available. Lastly, you can see here that one option is options. One of the item is options. These options decides the default behavior of the Word. There are so many things which are default, which is uh, set here, and then accordingly the Word behaves in a default values. Like say all these things are there, how it will, the proofing will be done, how the cut, copy, paste will take place, how the drag and drop will take place, like this. In advance, you can see that here so many things are there. Say use control click to follow hyperlink. In your Word, when you are having hyperlink, if the hyperlink is there and if you click, normally hyperlink takes you to the website for which the hyperlink is there. But in Word, it is just a typed document where you wanted to show a hyperlink address. So that time it should not, every time when you click, it should not go to the hyperlink. But if you wanted to test it, you should be allowing also. So if you press Control and click on that hyperlink which is typed in the Word, you can directly go to that particular site. It will open the browser. So there are certain things which you can set here, and accordingly, with after setting and saving this, the new document which will be opened will be applied. All these changes will be applied to that. Now, as you see that here, there are cut, copy, paste, and other things are there that keep the source formatting and other things. This you can change it according to your requirement or according to your preference. So all these things which you have to do first time when you are using Word, and according to your preference, you set everything, and then you can go for work with the. Now here you can say customize ribbons. What is this ribbon? All these are ribbon. This is a part of the ribbon. If you click, see here, ribbon display options are there. There are many times people ask each and every, especially in the beginning, that when the ribbon is not visible or some different problem arises, first of all you have to go to here and just click here. There are three options there. One is show tabs, one is show tabs and command, and third one is auto hide ribbon. When you say show tab and commands, this actual the by default what you are seeing that is there. If you click on show tabs only, then only all these tabs which are here only will be there. The command will not be visible unless and until you click there. If you click, temporarily it will come and then it will go back. Now, if you say auto hide ribbon, the ribbon will be hidden, and if you go there, it will be visible like that. Automatically it will be hiding. Normally we keep it open only, but sometimes when you want some more space on the screen, there are two ways. One is you can just hide the commands and keep the say only menu items, or you can, here you will see that at the down right arrow there is a zoom command. You can zoom in or zoom out according to your requirement. Just keep in mind that while zooming, you are not increasing the size of the font. It is just for the reading purpose. It is just for the display purpose. Here, when you see this, the size is 16 only. So even if I reduce the size of this zoom, it doesn't reduce the size. It is just on the display purpose. So based on your requirement, say if you can't read it properly, you can just make it zoom more. If you wanted to go into the detail, say some charts are there or some picture is there and you wanted to see in detail, you can zoom it for temporary purpose as per your requirement. So these things are already there and you can use it. Now, when you say save and save as, there are two options. Save means whatever file you are already having, that will be saved into the same format. Whereas in save as, you have got different options for saving. So when I say I save this into the practice, there are different options available here, in which format you can actually convert. It is one kind of conversion of file into another format. Say your docx file is there, you wanted to send it to someone who doesn't have the latest Word version. So you can save it as a doc. Doc means the older version. The person will be able to open this in the older version. However, at the time of saving this, it will give you the warning that some of the features which are available in the new version may not be saved for the old version because it will not be opened there or it will not be available into the older version. The same way, you can save it as a PDF here. So many people who are not aware, they can save their file in the PDF here only by just giving save as. You can put it as a web page to be uploaded somewhere or sent it to someone to be opened by the browser only. There are set plain text and RTF that are there. in plain text you won't be able to save the say all the formatting options, but the text and other details will be available. So there are so many options which you can use it as a kind of export. Now another export separate command is also there. When you say save as, different file types are available which you can select from here. And when you say export, now you see what kind of exports are there. Currently they are giving PDF, XPS or change file type. Here you will be having docx, then 1990 Word 97 2003 document, that is as I told you doc. So certain options are there which you can use it here, plain text. So through export also you can use this command. It is a kind of save as option only. Here another option is that save another type. That means the dialog box will open, which you have already seen, this save as dialog box, where you will be again coming to the same dialog box to save it in the different format. This is just basic when you are having say sending the file or your final work to someone, or you wanted to save it for some version control, say for the working on the older version also. Now from the basic options when you set, and finally when you save the file, within this you are working with the file within your words pages. Now what you see here is word pages are there, and here you will see left hand side and upper side there are rulers. Now these rulers you can set it here. Here you will be saying that this vertical sorry sorry, here you will be seeing all the properties and just a moment, these rulers are there. So if you put it ruler as checkbox, that time you will get all both the rulers, and keeping rulers on will be very useful for you, because there are certain things you can directly do on the rulers, and you can see also. Say here the gray area is there in the ruler in the vertical as well as horizontal. That means these are the margins where you cannot type. But in some place, if you want it to be going beyond the say the page is available but margin is there, what you can do, you select that particular text and just take this folder outside, it will allow you. That means it is only for the selected text or selected part of the document. When I am pressing Ctrl Z, it will be undoing. So here you will see the undo and redo is already available here, and some more options you can put it here. Now these are just basics, and we'll be starting working on the Word. When you start a new Word document, what happens? When you say new, there are some basic templates available which you can choose so that it will save your time. If you think that your document should be like this or like this or say like this, different kinds of formattings are or say designs are available. You can choose any design, and whenever you select it and then you can start typing in, the design will be available to you directly without doing any work. Say party invitation, when you wanted to type and you click on this and you create it. If the template is not available, it will be downloaded from the website, and now this party invitation one page will be available to you. You just have to fill in the invitation details. So this way, whatever kind of available formats are there, so designs are there, you can directly pick up without spending extra time on this. Now, generally, if you don't want to select any kind of say all these templates are available or say designs are available, you can just simply say blank document and you can start working on your document as per your requirement. The first, mostly what we do, that we have to type first and then format it. That is the best way. You type the document first and then format it. But what we are as a human being, we are used to see and feel. So whenever we type and we see that it should be like say 2, PC, PQR, LAN, Mumbai. So these things you don't like, you want this to be formatted. So we immediately format it. There is no harm in this. But when the documents are big and when it is going on pages, sometimes what happens that certain things what you have already designed as per your requirement and some addition takes place, the data rolls over to another page also. That time you have to reformat it again. Now, say this is simple letter when you are typing, we generally do this. Can you tell me what you can see, what you can understand from these 4 lines given here? What you can understand from this? What are the formattings you can just make out from here? Can you tell me what are the formattings already there? How many lines are there? How many paragraphs are there? Can somebody tell me? Yes? Anyone? Because we will be going for some more features. Just I would like to interact because I wanted to know that you are attending it and you are alert.
4 lines.
4 lines and how many paragraphs?
4 paragraphs.
4 paragraphs. So this you can make out that this part what you can see here, that is a paragraph mark, correct? At the end of after 2 what you see, it is a paragraph mark. It is invisible character. How you can enable this and disable this is, say here you can see show hide, that is control plus. If you click on this, this will not be visible. At the time of printing, this is not printed. This is just for the controlling the Word. It is a part of the Word document formatting and it is not visible. When you press enter, this paragraph will be added. So without going through a full line, when you are entering, it will be single line, single paragraph. But if you are having multiple lines, just like we are having another document here, you see this line here, this is the paragraph and this is the blank paragraph. Second line is blank paragraph, correct? So these things you should be knowing that the paragraph here you can see is, this is the full paragraph. And what you can see here is 4 lines are there, which are continuously typed. And finally, when you press enter, 1 paragraph is there. Now, you can do say what, whether this paragraph right side, certain places are already left. So what you can do, anywhere in the paragraph, some paragraph formatting I'll just show you now. You see here, this is the left aligned paragraph. You can make it center aligned. So when you say center aligned, all the lines of the paragraph will be center. See. The same way when you say it is the right, so all the paragraph lines will be right side aligned. What is the right side alignment? This, you see this symbol. Now this is the mark of the right margin. So based on the right margin, you can use this to readjust according to your requirement. But normally it is matching with the margin what you have already set. But for some particular part of the document or say paragraph or lines, you can change it also. Now if you say justified, which is generally we use, you see the difference between this paragraph and this paragraph. In this paragraph, both the margin side, the extra spaces are added to adjust the right side alignment also. So this looks nice. So many times we use this as per our requirement. So this and this have only one difference, that is this paragraph which is looking nice is a right justified. Secondly, many places we use, if you click on this paragraph setting, all the paragraph related settings you can do. Otherwise, certain things are already here. Say left aligned, center aligned, right aligned and justified. Then you can have these bullets. Many times we use bullets. In bullets, just I will give you some examples, 1 or 2 examples, and then we'll go further for the full details of the paragraph, and then we'll go for other formatting. Now, these bullets, when you click on this, you see that these are the bullets, these are the numbering, and these are the multi-level list. So these three parts generally covers what are our requirements are. These bullets will be just a bullet mark, but you can change the shape also. Generally, we use round filled say dot kind. You can use square also. You can use this design also. You can this half filled arrow also. You can use stick also. So depending on your requirement, you see whenever I am just hovering my mouse on the type what I am selecting, down there you see that here this where I am selecting this, it is showing how it will look. In newer versions, you will find this, say how it will look. This arrow, it will be looking like this. The tick mark will be there. This flower type will be also how it will be looking. Once you select this, it is there in the paragraph. It is saved in the paragraph. So at the end of the paragraph, when you press enter, in the next line also, if nothing is there, then it will come with the blank is there, it will go away. But if you select this, says two are there, and when you are marking this, this will be a list. This will be a list. Here you type something, when you enter, another list will be there. So another next line also will be formatted based on your icon selected. Now this thing you have to keep in mind that when you don't want this, there are different ways. You can click once here, it is a toggle button, it will go. Or otherwise, if you press once again enter without typing anything, then also it will go. So these things are very small things, but at the time of typing and doing formatting, it helps you. And further, you can not only you can select this much, you can define new bullet here. So what kind of symbols you want, you wanted picture, the font, the alignment, and everything you can set as a your own type of bullet, the way you wanted. So by default, what is available, if you don't like, you can have your own bullet also. The same way numbering also, there are Roman numbering or number with the brackets and other things. You can change certain properties of these numbers and types also. There's a gap between this and other things. So when you select this 1, 2, 3, say here when I am selecting for all these things 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you see that up in the say ruler, you can see that whatever formatting you have done, it is already visible here that how this line is formatted. So rulers give you idea what are the area available for you to type and what kind of formatting is there for that particular line or page. Sorry, for paragraph. Now you can, if you want, you can change this. If I have highlighted this, all these 4 part, and if I change this back, see how it changes. So actually, after selecting this, if you don't like, you can select it once again and make changes from the ruler. Secondly, if you find that the page margin, it is you wanted to increase or decrease or make changes to the margin, there are different ways. You can go to the layout and here you can change the margins, say left, right, before, after all, spacing or margin, or you can in the page setup when you can click on this icon. This is the handle where you click and everything will be available which you wanted to do it here. The portrait or landscape orientation, and then margins, the paper size, whether you wanted A4, A5 or legal size, the layout. So there are so many things what you can do. The formatting you can do in Word. I hope that I am able to give you certain things which you already know or certain things which you don't know. If you wanted to know when the topic is going on, you can stop me and ask something which you already faced, or if you don't know, then I can just try to show it here only so that you can save time. Are you able to understand what is going on, or you already used this? Yes? Anyone, please? I hope that you all have already used all these functions or features. I have come up with this kind of paragraph and different kind of format because we can use this for different functions or different features. So I can show it. I need not type and waste the time. Now there are certain features which I would like you to see. If you want to ask anything, please stop me there. Otherwise, I'll understand that you already know this. If you wanted to already having some done this, you can tell me that we already know. Then I can skip that also, so that it will be saving our time. Now, what we'll be doing? There are some options here. Say all the menu items. We have already seen certain things which are already there. Anything you wanted to ask about this file tab, then you can let me know. Otherwise, we can go for some other features also. In insert, there are so many things you can do. We cannot do one by one everything, because if we'll be doing this, it will just take a lot of time. I'll just give you some idea that what you can do. Here, wherever your cursor is, say my cursor is here. Now, wherever your cursor is, you apply this, what you wanted to enter. See, you can enter the table directly from here. Simply, you can enter the table directly from here. What number of columns and what number of rows, if you know, you can just directly select from here. Say, number of rows and columns, it will go on. So even if you don't know, you can enter any, say 2-3 columns and 2-3 rows, and then later on you can add those rows and columns, extra columns also. Say if you are selecting this table, there is a plus sign on the left upper left corner of the table. When you click on that, the full table will be selected. If you go to the left side of the row and the arrow becomes right tilted, that time the full row will be selected and multiple rows also can be selected. When you go on the upper part of the, say, table, then the column will be selected when the arrow becomes small, dark arrow, downward facing arrow. So you can select this full column. Maybe it is 100 rows also there, but when you select a column, the full column from the starting to end will be selected. And from the right and left hand side, when the arrow becomes right tilted, you can select the rows. So how to select certain particular part of the table, that's certain some people don't know. So it is just for their refreshing for those who know, and just addition for the person who don't know. And other things you select just like your text also from this say second first row second column to second row fourth third column, you can select it just by selecting it and dragging it along the number of columns or the number of cells you wanted to highlight or select. Whatever you typed inside this will be available, and when you select, you can do so many things. You can say right click here and the context menu will be available to you for cut, copy, paste, insert. So many things you can do. One thing you can do is that here these two cells you wanted to merge. So when you right click, you will be able to merge the cells, and these two cells will be merged. This will become one cell. The same thing if you wanted to do, you can come to here, say design also part is there and layout part is there. In design, you can change the look and feel of the table. You can change the type of the table, say style of the table. We'll take it a little down. Now, if you go to the table, when you click on any table, that time only this design and layout will be visible. Otherwise, it will not be visible. When you are clicking somewhere else, it will not be visible. So when you click on this, The design, you can change the design, and lot many designs are there. You can apply directly without especially designing each and every column or row and title. So you can apply any design column or design to the table, and afterwards in the layout you have got so many options. Say you can insert the to the right, insert to the left, the rows and columns. Rows you can insert above or below, columns you can insert to the left or right. So wherever cursor is there, and if you say insert column left, so it will add one column. कौन है? उनका वो लेक्चर चल रहा है, नाम पूछ के ले लो. So here when you are on the last column of the table, you can say insert right, it will insert one more column into the right. So this way it is expandable even after creating the table. And one more easiest way, without, say if you are on the last column and at the last you can see here this part. After this column ends, right hand side some small square is there. If you can see this part. So this part, when you go there and just press enter, another column will be entered, a row will be entered. So this is the easiest way to insert the column at the next, say below. So you can insert the below column below just by going to the right side, exactly to the extreme right of the rows final column, and then you can press enter, and then it will be giving additional add one column to the below. Now there are some times when we have got different tables and tables are very big. So what you can do, you want this table to be made two tables. Say after this part, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, after the fifth line, you want this table to be split into two. So when you click on the sixth line and when you say split table, the table will be split into two. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are here there, and this is here. So this way you can split the table. There are many times some people don't know. So what they do, they duplicate the paper table and then delete the rows and other things they do. I've seen this over a period of time. So if you know this, it is better. If you already know, it's okay. But if you don't know, you can start using this by saving. It will be saving your time. You may be having many different calculations in a table which you wanted to split it to different say part. Say division wise is there and you want to divide it into the different divisions. So the starting of the division you can split the table. So all the divisions will be an individual table. So there are so many requirements which you have to use the different features. Now here you see we are already having some. When I remove this, you will not be able to see this, that how it is being formatted. Now this question 1, 2, 3, 4 and then a question 1 and then answers are there. So generally what happens, if you want to copy this questions separately. So these 4 questions you wanted to put it down here, say here somewhere. Now what generally we do, we go here, we either, if you don't want to cut it, then you go copy this and then come here and then paste it. Then go for second, third, fourth. No need to do this. Here's something, you know, very convenient way to do this is the copy and paste is there here, where clipboard, here it is written clipboard, cut, copy and paste. We have not selected anything or copied anything. That's why this cut and copy are not enabled. So if you say select this, now somebody will tell me if I wanted to select question 1, 2, 3, 4 and only 4 lines, how to do this? I don't want answers, only question 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sir, control plus select.
Control plus. See, when you are going to the left side, the full row, the full line will be selected, correct? So I have selected 1. Then when I am pressing Control and clicking on this question 2 line, it will be selected only this line only, then again this line, and then again this line. Now these 4 lines I have selected. That means now I can do whatever I am doing on selection, that will be applying to this 4 line. If I am making it bold, everything will be bold. If I am making it italic, it will be italic. So all these things will apply to all the selected data, even though the data is not in a continuous lines. Now, if I copy this, first of all, I will go to the clipboard. You see that here all clipboard question 1 is already selected. You clear all first of all. When you wanted to copy certain things, select this, copy this. You see the question 1 is already selected and copied to the clipboard. Select this question 2, copy. Select this question 3, copy. Select 4, question, copy. Now if I go down here and when I say paste all this will be pasted. See, this is very convenient and very easy and fast way shortcut to copy by using clipboard. Individual copy paste we always do, but this multiple copy paste you can do, which will save your time so many times. So I have been using this for quite some time, so I thought that I will give you this idea. Some of you may not be knowing this, so it will be useful, and they will be, when they will be going with these lectures, after completion of lectures, they will be taking something with them. So I think that everybody, those who are already knowing all these things, but you should take something from this lecture. So my try is to show you whatever I know within this limited time. Now, this is one of the feature I wanted you to see this. Another is there, whenever you select this, say this part, this all 5 answers I am doing this. Here you see this increase in date and decrease in date. This will help you regardless of your data, you already having that bullets or numbers. You can just click on this and it will indent. So many times this is really useful that these answers you want this to be going inside and it will give you the perfect presentation of your question and answers. So it will be easy also for reading. As the word is for formatting, the formatting is based on our requirement and it should be useful to the person who is reading this, and that's why we are doing different kinds of formatting. So this way your questions answers, if it is in the same line and if you are indenting it, it will be useful. Now so many times if you see certain document without this show and hide, correct? So if you hide this, you will not come to know what is there in the document. Sometimes you just open any person's document and click on this. You will see that so many times they are having some, say, so many spaces unnecessarily kept here. Many people. Now actually these spaces are not required. Otherwise also your document, when you enter these spaces, without these spaces also and with these spaces also, the print will be same. So you can safely remove this, which will reduce the size of the document. So there are so many places you will find this, even this tab key. When you press a tab, it will be going, say, few spaces ahead. So many tabs are there unnecessarily. At the last or in the beginning or in the blank line also you will be finding sometimes like this, some tabs and some spaces will be there. You can very conveniently or very easily without affecting the document formatting, you can remove this and it will be really the right way to do the formatting and right use of Microsoft Word. So these things also you can just say show this, and then finally when you are printing, what will be printed is the same, but you are reducing the size of the document and unnecessary characters you are removing, or characters or unnecessary part you are removing. Any doubts so far, or anything specific you have faced, typical feature you wanted to know, or whether it can be done or not? Anyone is having any question? please. Okay, so now I'll tell certain things which are we don't use it, but sometimes it may be useful. Say in this document, now see there are certain kinds of say the some lines are there which you want maybe which you want to be sorted. Generally, what is not for sorting, but in case you are having some data which you want to be sorted, so you can just select those data, and here you will see A to Z or Z to A. Sort is there. Sometimes this is very useful to you to use this for some. Otherwise, you have to do it manually. What you can do when you say select some data and say sort, it will be sorting for that particular paragraph text, ascending or descending based on your requirement. When I say OK, what happens? The within this selection, the A will come first, the capital is coming here, the D is coming, then F is coming, then H is coming, and then finally T is coming. You can, if you wanted to check it, say I am breaking this from C, then I am breaking this from judgments J. Now, if I select all these things again, and when I say sort, ascending, C, judgment has come after H, I, J, then T, then C has gone up. So sometimes this is really useful. So many people don't use it, and where some big list is there, and if you want this to be in an alphabetic order, generally what we do, we take this and then copy paste according to our alphabets. We decide, we check it manually and do this. Otherwise, this will save the time in those cases. So I have not seen many people using this, but sometimes once or twice when I came across certain requirement, I went through this and this was really very useful. So these small things are there which some of you might have used it, for some of you this may be new, but I am just assuming that if you know, it is just a refreshing your memory, and if you don't know, then it will be addition to your knowledge, which I want you to take something from here. So everybody of you must take certain things which may be useful to you in your practical work, sometimes in future. Now, everybody knows that this formatting part is, there are so many things you can do. So if you wanted to say highlight certain things and then say increase the font, so you can go on increasing the font directly by here, increasing one by one, and you can directly select from this list also the list of available values. Otherwise, you can directly type, say 14 is there, 16 is there, 18 is there, 15 or 17 is not there, but you can put 15 here. So it will be 15 points. So those things, depending on your requirement, you can make it say bold, underline, or italic or underline. This will be applying to that particular selected text only. Now, you can make it as a, say, color of the text also you can change it, as well as background. This color also you can put. When you put this color, say this is the color for that particular. Now you see here one more thing you have to, we have highlighted this full and the full line is colored. Many times we don't mind because that is our requirement, but many times we want only data analytics in audit, only up to this much it should be highlighting. So what we do in this paragraph, we take this margin and bring it to here as per your requirement. See now, so the highlighted part, so many times I have seen that people are just confused how to do this. So this may be also one small tip that you can use it. Or if you are using this in a, say, middle. So because you are making it as a center, it is centering between what? It is centering between this margin, that is a starting, and this is the end margin. So if you take it here, the text is centered, but the data is highlight is for the full line. So if you wanted to center it into the line, then you should be knowing that you have to first of all take this also and then this also. According to your requirement, you have to bring it where exactly you want into the center. So within these two margins, the centering will take place. So this is also a very useful feature sometimes when you are presenting something or sending some letter and some reports. When you are using this will be really useful. So these margins you can set it only for that particular paragraph or line. For this paragraph, when you are doing this, it will apply to the full paragraph, and then you can do anything that will be within this margin, especially the colors. Second thing, the same rule applies. The second rule applies for the borders. Now, when you are having borders, there are so many options for borders. So let us first of all remove this underline here so that you will come to know the difference between all the kinds of borders. This data or this paragraph is there. You wanted to do this. Here the border is there. You can say bottom border, only one line will be coming. This line will be coming. I am removing the color also so that you can see this. No color. So you see data is like this. The full line starting from this margin to this margin will be there. Now, if you take top border, then two lines will be there, upper border and lower border. If you want left and right also, you can directly say outside borders. So the full outside four borders will be coming. And if you are having multiple columns, especially the tables, that time you can say all borders. Here all borders and outside borders, you will not see the difference because there is only one paragraph, one line. But if you are having multiple columns and multiple, say in tables, you can see this. If the table is there, you can check the inner lines also will be coming. Otherwise, only border of the table also only will be bordered. Now this border is having different options which you can use as per this. There is one option that is called draw table, which is here also, like insert. In insert, when you go to the table, there is a draw table. What this draw table does is, if you wanted to make this as a table of as per your requirement, say you want one, when you put a line, the table is coming here. Then when you put another line, this table is there. When you put internally one line, this is divided into two. So you can design table according to your requirement whenever you have, or what you can do is you can first of all, I'll go to the down. I'll just insert one table. In insert, when I insert a table, now if I want this particular column to be divided into two, instead of going to the split that cells and other things, I can just directly go to the draw table. In draw table, what I can do, anything I start from here to here, it will be dividing this and creating another line. Say I am in this big row, I want to say draw a line by making this to the two rows. I can do this also. Again, the row will be added. So it depends on your requirement, which is convenient to you. Drawing a table, or you can say directly going to the end and entering this, or you can say selecting this and right clicking and then saying that insert over column to the left, column to the right, above, below, like this. So whichever is convenient to you, you can do this. Thank you, sir. Now there are different, because you are already conversant with so many features, so I'm not going to show how to start with entering lines or details or like this. But certain shortcuts or certain things which you may not be knowing, some of you may not be knowing, I am trying to highlight those things which may be useful to you sometimes. Any questions so far? Yes? Anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. So now, if you have any specific doubt also, that's why I am always asking that any, not only any questions regarding what has been covered, but if you are, you wanted to ask something which you already faced and you could not do it, or you could do it, but after some, say, extra effort, so you wanted to share it with others, you are, I'm open to this and you are welcome for this. Anybody wanted to share anything or you wanted to ask anything, you can stop me and ask immediately. Now, you see so many things you can insert, and depending on your requirement and the formatting you wanted to do, there are certain things, say pictures. If you wanted to add any picture, you are already having some pictures here, say 75 years of Azadi. So you can insert this picture, and then here you will see you can change the layout. So based on your layout, the typing around the picture area will be affecting. So you can have, say, square typing. Square means you can move this picture box anywhere without affecting the additional lines here and there. Here when you do this, then it is tight, means it will be going inside also, that the lines will be very much aligned to all these things. Here through, that means the whatever you will be typing will be also visible along, see, like they say, behind the text. So the text will be in the front, and the this Azadi Ka whatever picture you are seeing will be behind. When you see this top and bottom, that time you will not be able to type anything on those lines where the this picture is there, and you can just type below and above. So different say kind of options are available for pictures when you add a picture. Similarly, you can, which is very useful, that is, this one is there, you can add any kind of shapes. Sometimes in your presentation or some reports you wanted to enter some shapes, you can add these shapes also. Here, this is also very useful for, say, organization chart or list and other things. This is pre-designed. Some smart chart graphics are there where you will be seeing this is the list. Different kinds of list are there. This is the process, this is a cycle, this is a hierarchy. So if you wanted to enter some hierarchy chart into your Word, you can select any kind of hierarchy chart you like, and then start entering the data into this chart at the appropriate level. Say here, say we are in PDA, principal director PD, then you can have, say, DD, like this. You can go on and you can add certain additional say blocks also inside this chart. So if you wanted to add anything, then you can right click here and then it will say that add shape, after, before, above, below, or add assistant. So all this hierarchy chart also is very useful to you when you wanted to have some similar kind of presentation. Second thing, say I am going through some, say this is the site which is already there in my computer, correct? And I want a screenshot. So what we do, we select this by print screen, then you paste it like this. So otherwise here one option is there. You can directly insert this into your, you can insert screenshots directly. Here's a screenshot. So when you click on this screenshot, you can go to So this, when this becomes light, you can say that you wanted only doodle to be selected. So when you select this doodle, it will be directly inserted. So this is also very useful feature when you are doing some work from online and you wanted to insert something, you can directly insert very fast. You don't have to do cut, paste, copy. Some people, I have seen that they save it by opening, say, paintbrush and then copying that, saving it, or say cropping it. No need to do all these things. You can just directly select only those parts which you want to be inserted into your Word. So these things are very handy in Word as a direct, very good advanced features. Secondly, what we'll take is sometimes this entering the text box is also very useful to you. Simple text box, when you are entering, you can type something, format it, say I have typed this much only, then I can just format it by putting this say size and other things. And then yeah, I can just select this part, or I can just select this particular text box, and then I can go for say different kind of say styles. This kind of say styles you can use it, and then you can change the size also of the font. So you can select this and then go for increasing this font size also. I'm not getting it. (24) or say whatever size you want, say 20. So this way, this is also, this text box will give you a freedom that it will not affect anything other than this text box. Whatever is there, if you want by mistake, if you are entering line here, what is the most will be happening is it is, see, it is not affecting any document outside this box. Whenever you go on adding anything into this, so you will see it is not shown here because the size of the box is small, but it is not affecting the whole document. Otherwise, whatever setting you have done in page wise, that will be affected. So there are so many things you can do in Word. So I am just taking what I am feeling, which is you may not be knowing. That's why I told that being practical and covering everything into one lecture, we can do so many things and I can go on and on. If you are having anything, you can tell me, and then it will be very good for me to cover only those things because of the limited time available. So many things are there still which can go on, but we have to also cover the PowerPoint also. So I'll just give you certain just idea what you can do here. So many things you can do here. Say mailings. This comes in advanced parts. Mailings and references and certain things are there, which you can use it for say mail merge. See, this we cannot do now because it will take some time. But what it does, that I am telling that if you are having in any letter, see, this is the content of the letter, and within this letter you wanted to send the same letter to 20 different offices or 20 different places. So all the addresses are available in your database, Access database, or database which is made available by this mail merge. Once you enter this, then the format of the letter will allow you to enter those addresses and names and other details inside this for each and every letter to be sent to. Out of those for 20 or 40 or whatever data, your number of rows you are having, you select whom to where should go, and the same format letter will go to those number of offices. So this mail merge, you can try it out. If you are having any problem and if you are not finding it, you're not able to do it properly, you can contact me later on also, and I can just take it up individually because the time is not permitting, because we have to cover 3 different subjects. Especially the Excel will be really very useful to you, and some functions are there. I would like to show it to you. Now in view, you will be seeing that different kinds are there. Say zoom is available, grid lines available, all these things are available. Here you can use all these different places as per your requirement. When you say multiple pages, you will be able to see multiple pages. It is only for the view purpose. When you say one page, only one page at a time you will be able to see. And the size of this view of each particular table, you can adjust it here. Then percentage you can set. So according to your convenience and the visibility you want, or say you're comfortable to your eyes, you can set this. Here, one thing I would like to show this, so many people use this spelling and grammar. So when you click on spelling and grammar, it will start giving you proofing. The spelling, naturally Alt plus O plus C, it is not a word. So it will say that this is not a word from the dictionary. So it is referring to a particular dictionary. So based on your dictionary, you will find many times that the dictionary is from, say, US dictionary, then say Z will be used for, say, organize, organization. So Z is used. For UK, it is organize, means S is used. So it will not give you as a error. So those things you have to check it, which dictionary you are using, and based on this, you can also check it. Say, you can say this word I want this to be using, I will be using this word regularly. So what I will do, I can add to dictionary. I know that this word is coming only one time, so I can say ignore once. If I know that in so many pages, many number of times this word will be coming, but this word is as it is, there is no mistake in this, I can say ignore all. So all the occurrence of Alt O C will be ignored and it will not be shown as spelling mistake. So those spellings and other things you can use it, and there are certain rules also set for this proofing in your options that you can check it, and accordingly you can make changes. One feature which I like is read aloud. Okay, let us see. So here you will see that previous pause and other things are there. You can stop this here from here. Say I am having one document which is having data is there, correct? So if I start from here, data is available like this. So when I see read aloud, I don't know whether sound is coming, water is read here. Sound is coming to you? All
Yes,
of
sir,
you?
audible.
Please continue. Sound is there.
Correct.
No.
So you can try this picture when sometimes say you are having say material which you wanted to read, say tender documents and certain things, and you go on doing this page wise down and other things. You can just coolly see it and use this picture, read aloud. What will happen? You can just sit and listen, and it will be very convenient for you. So it will save your time also, and you can concentrate also what is being read. Sometimes we remember it very well, or you can stop somewhere where you find that it is not it is to be changed, or you wanted to stop somewhere. You can use it conveniently. So there are so many things in Word you can do, which some of you might have used it, some of you it will be new for you. So I hope that certain things which I have already added to your say during this around 1 hour's training, and then we'll now switch to for a few minutes to PowerPoint. Any question on this or anything you wanted to ask just now? Otherwise, later on also you can ask, because the time is permitting, not permitting us to go through details. Certain features which I have found useful, I have just explained, which we don't generally use it, but very useful in day-to-day life. I hope that I have given justice to this topic, and then we can go for PowerPoint. Any doubt? Or anything you wanted to ask? Anything
No, sir.
you wanted to share? Okay. So now we'll just see the PowerPoint related. Okay. Yeah, see, you have already seen this PowerPoint, which I have already given shown during the break. You know, this is also one kind of slide of PowerPoint, correct?
Yes, sir.
This already you have seen.
Yes.
So this kind of slides you can make by yourself. What is PowerPoint? It is nothing but a presentation of certain brief, say, pages or brief details on which you will be making some presentation to your boss, or just like us taking lectures, and you are just highlighting some topics and then elaborating during the presentation speech. So those presentation gives some impact on a person. So for what purpose you are doing this, or what is the subject, what is the topic, accordingly you have to design, select the design. Say for small kids, when you are doing this, you can have some, say, jazzy and some specific designs. For, say, officers, when you are going, you will be having some different designs. So all those designs are available when you say new. When you are opening new, so many designs are available directly. Otherwise also, if you say blank presentation also, that time also you can change the design here. Say home, you are having so many options, just like Word, Excel and PowerPoint. Everywhere you will be having the same setup, where you will be having ribbons and tabs. These are the tabs: home tab, insert tab, where all the commands will be there in the ribbon. Now, if you go to the design, you see so many designs are there. Once you apply any design, the new slides, when you are entering, the same design will be carried to the next slide. So say if you are using this slide, that means your type of data, what you will be typing is here and here, but not only one kind of slide. The slide, when you wanted to insert, come to the insert, and when you say new slide, you will be having different kinds of slides to be inserted based on the data you wanted to present. Now see, this is the title slide, because the first, when you are going, you will be typing, say, somewhere here that welcome to Mumbai. On MS Office for DAOs. So all these things, what will happen? This is a title slide, means generally you give titles, date and other things you can give. And then other slides that will start your actual data or actual presentation part. So here title and content, then section header only, means when you change the section, so you need to say section 1, this is the major topic which will be covered during this section 1, section 2, or say division 1, or say name of the chapter 1, chapter 2, session 1, session 2, like this. Then here there are two contents you wanted to have on the same page along with the title. Like this, all different kinds of slides and other things are there. Say when you say insert this slide, so this slide will be there where you will be typing some heading here and then adding directly the text here, or you can add, say, insert table, insert chart, or insert smart art graphics, what we have already seen there. You can insert picture also. Say if I click here, the picture will be coming here, and then you can adjust the picture on the slide. So based on your requirement, you can add the slides. Secondly, slide 1, and I wanted to enter smart art graphics, say hierarchy, and hierarchy is like, say, this. So when I insert this hierarchy is entered here, some text I will be able to type here, and then whenever you run this slide, this will be visible. So when I insert, say new slide, now all these designs, suddenly I've come to know that this design is not suiting after adding certain contents. So I wanted to change the design. So what you can do, just go to the design and see which design will be suitable for your data or content. So based on the content, if you find certain design is better, You can change the design in between also, but once you change the design, it will be applying to all the slides. See, correct? So you can change designs. So many designs are there, and if you click here down, the colors, the different kinds of color combination are also you can change. The fonts used for that particular type of say themes, you can use it, different themes. Then effects also you can use. So these effects you can directly use for each slide also. Say there are 3 slides. So if I hello, हाँ, ये अभी कर रहा हूँ सर इसमें. नहीं ये लेक्चर वो पावर पॉइंट थोड़ा सा अभी चालू किया है ना. हाँ, see in PowerPoint I will not be showing you because there are very little feature, and you also already must be using all these features, but certain things which will be not common will be using it. Maybe say like different designs are available, but the transitions if you have used, then it is really good, because from when you are running a show, you can have the automatic or by clicking the manual slide advance, you can have the fading effect. What will be the fading effect, push effect, white effect, split effect. So we can use, we'll be using 1 or 2 different effects, so that it will give you idea that I'm using split effect after this slide. So it will be like this. And after this slide, I'll be using say wipe. So it will be wiping from left to right, say right to say whatever it is. And then when I run this slide, say F5 when you place, it will start from the beginning. Say this effect will be taking place. Then when I click for the second slide, it is giving another effect before the slide. And then final slide, there is no effect, and then ending the show. So there are number of slides for which you can use different ways of transition from one slide to another slide, and that period also you can have. क्या किसने बोला? नहीं, lecture चलो. So say very simple. Each slide, what kind of transition you want, what is the duration of that particular slide, what sound, you can put the sound also. Say different, say applause. So when you put this applause and then duration and other things, what you can do, and advance the slide on mouse click or after so many seconds. This also you can set. So I am currently keeping as a mouse click. So till the time I am not clicking this mouse, this will not advance. So if I start this once again, I hope that the sound came. You heard the sound? Someone please let me know. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So these kinds of things are available. I have to just show one, and then other things you can use very easily. And if this is applause sound you want for all the slides which you applied to one slide, there is no need to go to each and every slide and put that same way. You can just say apply to all. Then for each and every slide, the apply to all these settings will be affected. There are some animations also there. The slideshow, there are say sometimes within the slideshow, say you have come to the second slide. Now if you press F5, the slide will start from the first. See, you can start it from the current slide also, for which you have to use Shift F5. Here you say from beginning, it is F5, shortcuts are there, but for this is Shift F5. So many a times by mistake, you are used to run the slide by using F5. So what happens? You are on the 15th slide, and if you press F5, it will go to the first slide directly. But you wanted to start from the current slide. So you can, what you can do, Shift F5. So it will not go to the first slide. It will start from the current slide which is selected. The slideshow, there are certain options which are already used, but this from the beginning and from the current, that is very important. Other things are very simple. Other than this, all these inserts are already available for directly when you are using this slide, this is also one kind of insert you are using. You can insert anything which is already created. Sorry. And just similar to Word, you can use header and footer here also, but generally it is not very useful other than footer, because the slide number and other things you can put it into the footer. So this PowerPoint has very limited use and very limited functionality and features, which is directly visible and understandable by just clicking on the tab and commands view. What you see, you will be able to understand very easily. If you find anything while using these commands or using these functions or features, then you let me know. You can just put the message inside the group, or you can take the number from Sundar sir or Jayashree madam, and then you can directly send the message in WhatsApp, or you can give me a call. If I am free, then I will get back to you immediately. So I hope that it is almost up to what time we have to do this? What is the lunch time? It is already over. We overshoot the time. Okay, okay. So any doubts or anything you wanted to ask, or you think that I have not covered in this limited time, you can just let me, or if you want to repeat something, then I'll be repeating now also. And when we start after lunch, if you think that that time I have to repeat just for few minutes before starting the Excel, I can just repeat, or any specific doubts. I hope that for Word specifically, I have tried to give you certain additional features which are used in day-to-day life and saving our time and making the Word document better. I have seen that most of you are already using all these things, so there won't be many questions. But still, if you found that this was useful, you can just let me know that any functions you are, or any features what I have shown you, you liked it, or if you want me to show some specific feature you thought that it will be useful to everyone, we can just take 2, 3, 4 more minutes, 5 minutes.
Sir, I have a query, sir.
Yes, yes.
While typing this PowerPoint, your first word was welcome. You typed in a wrong position from welcome. The first letter was small letter, other letters were capital letter.
Acha, in this first screen you are telling.
Yes. While typing, first time you
what
typed
is-
welcome, your first
Yeah.
letter was small, other letters were capital.
Yes.
But you changed them into correct form in just one stroke. How did you do that?
No, sir, what happens now? Normally what happens now, the all word pictures are there, correct?
Okay.
For the word, no word. For word when we are using, the Word, Excel and PowerPoint are integrated. So what happens, whatever features you are using for the Word now, the same features will be available here. So if you go here, you will see that so many font details are available. Here, you will see small caps, all caps and small.
सॉरी
Second
सर
thing, yes, yes.
सर वहाँ पे एक ऑप्शन भी होता है शायद, वहाँ पे केस में वो अपर केस टू लोअर केस होता है ना
Correct,
ऑप्शन, तो
नहीं वही
उसमें वो
मतलब ये
खुद
जो
ही हो जाता है ऑटोमेटिक.
यस यस, देखिए एक चीज रहता है स्लाइड का जो टाइप है उसके हिसाब से बहुत सारी चीज सेट होती है उसका, जैसे फॉन्ट, कलर एंड स्टाइल. अदर थिंग्स व्हेन यू आर टाइपिंग इट, यू कैन से यू आर टाइपिंग इन पावर पॉइंट, बट द पिक्चर्स आर यूज्ड जस्ट लाइक एज देयर इन द मोस्ट ऑफ द पिक्चर्स इन द वर्ड. सो वर्ड में जो कर सकते हैं आप, बहुत सारी चीज यहाँ पे टाइप किया हुआ मटेरियल पे कर सकते हैं. खाली इतना है कि ये जो आपको जो पूरा बाउंड्री दिख रहा है ना, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था उसमें कि एक टेक्स्ट बॉक्स हमने डाल दिया, तो समझ लो कि यहाँ पे एक टेक्स्ट बॉक्स है, उसी के अंदर आपका होगा, इसलिए वो दूसरे टेक्स्ट बॉक्स को अफेक्ट नहीं करेगा, आपको वो इंडिविजुअली हैंडल करना है. बाकी टाइपिंग के रिलेटेड एवरीथिंग, ऑल द रूल्स ऑफ वर्ड्स विल बी वर्किंग हियर. करेक्ट?
करेक्ट सर.
तो वो जो फीचर्स है ना, आपको जितना मालूम है ना, समझो आपको 10 फीचर मालूम है, दूसरों को 15 मालूम है, तो आप यहाँ पे यूज करने के टाइम पे आप जितना भी फीचर मालूम है वो सब इसमें यूज कर सकते हैं, जो कि वर्ड से रिलेटेड है, क्योंकि वो टाइपिंग से रिलेटेड है. लेकिन अदर थिंग्स वो जैसे मैंने बताया कि अभी यहाँ पे हम लोग जैसे कि ये स्लाइड के अंदर हम लोग कुछ ऐड कर रहे हैं, वो ऐड करने के बाद में कुछ करने के टाइम पे जो ऑटोमेटिक हो जाता है, कभी बराबर नहीं होता है, कभी हम लोगों को वो समझ में नहीं आता कि कैसे करें, तो वो चीज़ प्रैक्टिकली कभी कभी आती है, लेकिन वो डिटेल में बताने का इतना टाइम नहीं रहता अपने पास एक लेक्चर में या 2 लेक्चर में। तो इसलिए मैंने बताया कि ये हो सकता है, अगर कैसे करना है या उसमें कोई डिटेल में चाहिए तो आप टिपिकल एग्जाम्पल देना पड़ेगा, करेक्ट। तो वो जब आप एग्जाम्पल है वो अगर पर्सनली मुझे देंगे तो मैं आपको बताऊंगा तो बेटर रहेगा। अदरवाइज आपका कुछ ऐसा है एक्सपीरियंस तो आप सबके साथ शेयर करेंगे तो सबका फायदा होगा सर। उसमें अगर मेरा कोई इनपुट्स रहेगा तो मैं दे सकता हूँ, क्योंकि ये टीचिंग और मतलब लर्निंग जैसा नहीं है कि कोई छोटे बच्चे ऐसा, आप सब लोगों ने यूज किया है और हमने भी यूज किया है। फर्क सिर्फ इतना है कि हो सकता है कि हमने इसी के अंदर कंटिन्यूसली बहुत सालों तक टीचिंग के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से किया है और हमने हमारा जो एक्सपीरियंस है इसके अंदर डाला है। तो आप लोग का कुछ एडिशनल एक्सपीरियंस आता है तो हम लोग नेक्स्ट बैच में यूज कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि इसके अंदर फीचर्स का कमी नहीं है, आप जितना भी यूज करो कम है। तो आप लोग अगर कोई कुछ शेयर करना चाहे या कुछ उससे रिलेटेड बताना चाहे या कुछ पूछना भी चाहे, मैं मेरी पूरी कोशिश करूंगा, जितना भी मालूम मैं बताऊंगा। एनीथिंग यू वांटेड टू?
विकास जी, आप
सर,
कुछ बोलना
जैसे-
चाहेंगे? विकास जी,
यस
नहीं हो गया सर, क्वेरी हो गया।
यस 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 सर। तो मेरी ओर से तो जो जितना भी हम लोग बता सकते थे लिमिटेड टाइम में तो मैंने बताया है। आई होप दैट कुछ तो आप लेके जाएंगे, कम से कम सबको जो एक आधा चीज नहीं मालूम है ऐसा तो लेके जाएंगे, ऐसा मेरा मानना है। मैंने कोशिश की है, अगर टाइम और परमिट करता तो हम लोग और भी बहुत सारी चीज मैं तैयार तो रखा है, लेकिन नेचुरली टाइम के हिसाब से ही होगा। और विद इन दिस लिमिटेड टाइम आई ट्राइड माई बेस्ट टू शो यू वॉट आर आई कुड डू एज अ प्रैक्टिकल वे, एंड इसलिए मैंने इंट्रोडक्टरी लेवल पे कुछ ज़्यादा लिया नहीं है। आई होप आई ट्राई टू जस्टिफाई माई लेक्चर्स एंड समथिंग इज रीचिंग टू यू। थैंक यू वेरी मच। एनी क्वेरी इज देयर स्टिल 1 or 2 minutes आई विल।
सर
Or you
मेरे
wanted to
को
say
सर
something?
पूछना है, सर कुछ
Yes.
पूछना है मैंने। सर
Yes, yes.
सर जैसे हम एक्सेल की शीट बनाते हैं तो उसमें
एक्सेल
जैसे
में
हमने
मैडम
कोई,
हम लोग आफ्टर लंच करेंगे मैडम।
हाँ हाँ सर, तो जो वो फीचर होता है कि हम एक शीट से इंफॉर्मेशन फेच करके दूसरी शीट में वो
Correct,
इंफॉर्मेशन
correct,
यूज कर सकते हैं,
correct,
तो
correct.
सर क्या ये फीचर वर्ड और पावरपॉइंट पे
देखिए
भी
मैडम, देखिए
एप्लीकेबल
एक
है?
चीज याद रखिए, एक्सेल में जो है वो एक्सेल का फीचर है, मतलब एक्सेल का काम है वो। एक्सेल कौन से पर्पस के लिए बनाया गया है, पूरा कैलकुलेशन फॉर्मूलाज एंड फंक्शंस एंड सो मेनी थिंग्स। जबकि वर्ड और पावर पॉइंट है ना, उसका पर्पस अलग है, बराबर। तो आप उसमें ऐड कर सकते हैं, लेकिन एक्सेल का डायरेक्ट फंक्शनैलिटी नहीं ले सकते। लेकिन आपके पास एमएस ऑफिस लोडेड है तो इसके अंदर एक फीचर रहता है कि आप एक्सेल शीट को इसके अंदर लिंक कर सकते हैं। जब आप लिंक करेंगे तो आप जब भी उसको एडिट करना है सीधा एक्सेल शीट में एक्सेल ओपन करके करेंगे तो उस टाइम पे वो अपडेट होगा। अदरवाइज आप जब इसमें ऐड किया है तो इट इज जस्ट लाइक टाइपिंग, करेक्ट। इट इज फॉर से जैसे कि एक्सेल में एक्सेल शीट है, आपने अगर वर्ड में डाला तो एक्सेल का जो फॉर्मूला और सब चीज आप उधर नहीं यूज कर सकते। लेकिन अगर वो लिंक है तो वो क्या करेगा, एक लिंक बना के रखेगा एक्सेल में से, वो लिंक यहाँ पे लाके एमएस ऑफिस उसको सपोर्ट करता है तो वो एक्सेल को भी ओपन कर सकता है वर्ड के थ्रू। तो वो क्या करेगा, पूरा शीट इसके अंदर आ जाएगा, आप उसको फॉर्मेट करके रखो, सब करके रखो। जब आप एडिट करना चाहे तभी वो एक्चुअल वो एक्सेल ओपन करेगा, एक्सेल का वो एक्सेल शीट ओपन करेगा, आप उधर चेंज करेंगे। आप जैसे ही वो सेव करेंगे तो यहाँ पे वो आएगा। लेकिन अगर आपने उसको इंसर्ट किया हुआ है कॉपी पेस्ट करके एक्सेल में से, आप कर सकते हैं, पूरा टेबल आ जाएगा। लेकिन वो डिस्प्ले पर्पस फॉर्मेटिंग पर्पस के लिए है, उसके अंदर आप डायरेक्टली फंक्शन यूज नहीं करते, क्योंकि वर्ड इज नॉट फॉर यूजिंग फॉर्मूलाज एंड फंक्शंस, करेक्ट।
ओके सर।
एनी अदर डाउट?
सर प्लीज नेक्स्ट क्लास में ये समझाना कि हाउ टू कोरिलेट वन शीट टू अनदर एक्सेल शीट एंड
एक्सेल में मैडम आपको जो भी पूछना है पूरा हो जाएगा मैडम।
Okay,
एनीथिंग
sir.
यू वांट इन एक्सेल। 2 लेक्चर है, काफी टाइम इसलिए हम लोगों ने उसी में रखा है। कुछ कुछ चीज मैंने फीचर्स इतने रखे हैं कि एक एक फीचर करते जाएंगे, आप पूछते जाएंगे, तो जितना टाइम में डाउट क्लियरेंस के बाद में भी कुछ फीचर बचा रहेगा, मेरे पास फीचर का कमी नहीं है, मैं देते जाऊंगा।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
ठीक है, हम लोग जो फंक्शंस आप लोग यूज करेंगे ना एक्सेल में वो बहुत पावरफुल होते हैं, तो फंक्शंस के ऊपर मेरा कंसंट्रेशन ज्यादा है क्योंकि वो आपको बहुत यूजफुल है। जितने आप ज्यादा फंक्शन जानते हैं, छोटे मोटे फंक्शंस भी कभी कभी बड़ा काम कर जाता है, टाइम बचा लेता है, तो हम लोग उस पर कॉन्सेंट्रेट करेंगे। आप लोगों ने यूज किया रहेगा, लेकिन समझो अभी 25 लोग इसके अंदर है पार्टिसिपेंट्स, 5-10 लोगों को मालूम है, बाकी के को नहीं मालूम है, जो आपको मालूम है वो दूसरों को नहीं मालूम, तो हम लोग को क्या करना है कि सबका कॉमन लैंग्वेज का बेस बनाना है। तो इसलिए मैं सभी फंक्शंस को एक बार लूंगा, अगर सब कंफर्टेबल है तो हम लोग दूसरे फंक्शन या फीचर पे जाएंगे, और अगर किसी का कोई डाउट है तो हम लोग वो डाउट को अटेंड करेंगे ताकि सबका डाउट क्लियर हो जाए। ठीक है?
यस चेतन जी, थैंक यू सो मच चेतन जी।
Yes, yes,
इनफैक्ट आपने ये एक सेशन में काफी कुछ कवर किया है, वर्ड और पावर पॉइंट के फीचर्स,
यस
और काफी लोगों का डाउट्स भी आपने सॉल्व किया है।
सर, कोशिश की है सर।
यस सर, काफी लिमिटेड समय में बहुत कुछ बहुत सारे फीचर्स आपने कवर किए हैं जो
Yes.
यूजफुल है, जो यूजफुल
Yes.
फीचर है डे टू डे वर्किंग के लिए, वो आपने
Practical,
कवर किया है।
यस सर, प्रैक्टिकल।
धन्यवाद सर। दोपहर को हम वर्ड एक्सेल में एक बहुत ज़्यादा फीचर्स देखेंगे। 2 सेशन थे हमारे पास एक्सेल के लिए,
यस सर,
तो उस पर कवर कर सकते हैं सर।
यस
एंड पार्टिसिपेंट से ये रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप अपना कोर्स फीडबैक जरूर दीजिएगा। पहले सेशन फीडबैक आप बाद में देंगे तो भी चल जाएगा।